Welcome to Bharat Stage 4. Yes, this video is about Bharat Stage 4 motorcycles, especially the Royal Enfield 2017. First thing friends, I would like to thank Prince who provided me his silver color retro looking motorcycle which is Bharat 4 compliant. I have basic questions on my channel regarding the BS4 compliance, and that's the reason I thought I would do this video in a Q&A style. And why I'm not doing so many Q&A videos now, because most of the questions I have answered, and the ones which I have not answered, I do an Instagram live which happens on Friday night between 10 to 12 or Sunday afternoon between 2 to 4. And if you have any questions, please ask and I'll be happy to assist you if I know the answers. Alright, so now let's proceed with the BS4 video which we are doing it right now.
The TV screen
So this emission norm is activated since a long time in India. Previous to Bharat Stage 4, it was BS3, which we all know about. So I'm not going to go very deep in it. You all know that BS4 is levied by the RTO authorities. It's basically for the emission, especially to protect our environment. All the gases which is released during combustion, or even while the motorcycle or the car or any kind of vehicle is idle, it produces certain gases which actually spoil our climate, our environment, and to protect that, Bharat Stage 4 has been activated. Well, the Bharat Stage 3 was activated in 2010 October, if I have not mistaken. After that, this is a new emission law which is activated from 1st April 2017. Now, all the vehicles which you will purchase after 1st April 2017 will be BS4. Just to let you know guys, it is not only the engine, it is not only the motorcycle or the motor companies which are doing that, it is also your fuel. Yes, BS4 grade fuel is also available on certain petrol pumps in certain cities. Petrol and diesel also have certain changes in them so that it can protect the environment. If you noticed recently in Delhi, there was a new law passed that every alternate day diesel vehicles will be shut or something like that. I read the news in recent times, and that is a really good way of stopping a lot of emission issue and a lot of pollution, because the oil and fuel company have doing this for ages. Petrol is recognizable by our engine and diesel is recognizable by our engine. They cannot do any major changes to it. However, the sulfur content is the most important thing which they have dropped down in the diesel and the petrol variant of your petrol grade. So that is one thing really good, that you will have less sulfur now present in your fuel, and that will also help the environment and the pollution control. To protect that, every motor company has to put certain catalyst or some kind of a device or some kind of engineering in their motorcycle so that it can absorb that. Alright, so what happens to the new Royal Enfield? Okay, so the first thing we notice is the AHO system. AHO system is automatic headlights on, which is now present in mostly all the vehicles from 2017 April. AHO is used internationally a lot, and now India has introduced it also. What they want to do is that even in daytime, visibility should be sure. If there is any vehicle coming with the lights on, you'll definitely know that there is a vehicle. And if it's really sunny and the lights are on, it won't hit your eye that much, but it'll at least alert you that there is a vehicle coming, so you'll be careful and accidents could be reduced. Well, this is a theory which international people tried and it worked really well, and that's the reason India has also activated this kind of a theory. Okay. Yes, a lot of people get annoyed because a lot of people stop you and say, hey, your lights are on, but slowly they'll get used to it. Okay, so my first question is how to shut the AHO on a Royal Enfield. Royal Enfield does not have some special sensor system or electronic system in their motorcycle. It is really old school, so you can actually remove the fuse if you don't want the headlights to be on. What I would prefer is to keep it on and face the reality, what we're going to face, because the trend is going to change. Every motorcycle will be having a AHO system. So please do not remove the fuse, keep the headlights on. It doesn't matter. It's a battery, it's not electricity. I wish that Royal Enfield would have done an alternative system. I have noticed in other motorcycles such as KTM, Dominar, that they have given DRL system. So the lights are still on, they do not affect, they are not actually the headlights, they are just the dipper lights which are on, which looks decent and also does not obstruct that much. If Royal Enfield would have just kept the Tiger Eye on and the parking light inside the headlamp on, on the AHO system, it would have been great. And then they would have given a switch for the headlight. It would have been awesome. The most important question, because 80% people who buy Royal Enfield want the thumb, want the exhaust to be changed. And that's the reason they all ask me that, hey Raj, now BS4 is there, can we change the exhaust? Well, let me show it to you guys. Okay, this exhaust system is designed in such a way that the bottle does not have the filtration. Now this is mentioned by a Royal Enfield expert to me, where I know from the Royal Enfield guys that the exhaust system does not have the new filter. The new filter is ahead of that in this area. So guys who want to change the exhaust, yes, you can do that, but remember one thing, Royal Enfield is giving you emission controlled exhaust system. So if you want to support Bharat 4 stage and keep this exhaust on, please keep that on, because Royal Enfield has done that extra feature to support our government, to support the environment. So completely the choice is in your hand. Question number 3, they wanted to know what is the identification mark of a BS3 and BS4. Some people had a query that they might change few things and give it to me, but it might be not BS4. Let me show it to you what's near the fuel tank. So Prince would help me to open the fuel tank, and now the fuel tank cap, if you open it, you can see behind that, okay, on the cap, it's written clearly BS4. You guys can see that. So we can make sure with this stamp that this bike is Bharat Stage 4. Besides this, there is also one thing I would like you to know, that near the key area you can see a small star mark. That actually denotes that when the key reaches that star mark, the lights will be activated. It's kind of letting you know that when you put the key towards the star area, the light will be activated. You have no choice about it. Now my next question on my channel was that, is there any changes in the engine or in the carburetor area? You know, certain engineering has been changed to comply with the BS4 stage. Yes, there are certain changes, and let me show it to you. Let's go towards the carburetor area. If you guys notice this very carefully, there are two pipes now. There is one additional pipe. So as per the Bharat Stage 4, there has to be a 3-way catalyst system. And now instead of a 2-way catalyst system, this looks like a 3-way catalyst system. Friends, I cannot open this carburetor and actually go technically inside that how they've attached this pipe and all. Maybe in near future, if I get a chance, I'll hold on the carburetor and see what they've actually done and how these pipes are actually circulating the fuel inside to absorb the unburnt hydrocarbon and the oxygen catalyst. I've already reviewed the Royal Enfield ES 2017, but that was the Bharat Stage 3. This is the BS4. Yes, there is a little marginal difference which I have heard about. And now let's ride this motorcycle and see how it performs. And obviously there has to be a little difference in the motorcycle whenever there is some kind of engineering or technology change near the carburetor area, specifically to comply with Bharat Stage 4. First thing you notice is that the thumb has compressed sound now, obviously because there is a new filtration near the nozzle of the exhaust, and obviously the fuel intake and outtake has changed. So yes, the thumb has reduced, so a lot of people who will be buying the Bharat Stage 4 will be definitely changing the exhaust if they really want the beat back. Besides that, it has become crispier if you talk about the long stroke system, which is really recognizable here, as I mentioned earlier. And now let's take it on the back side where I can stretch this bike for a long route. Well, besides the compressed sound near the exhaust note and a smoothness in the engine, don't expect any other changes as far as goes for the gear ratio or clutch assembly and anything else. Everything remains the same. Also, this bike is smooth because it's a brand new motorcycle. I would actually be able to judge it after 6-8 months of hardcore riding. You know, Bullet engine does need nurturing and a couple of good rides to open up, and after that I'll be able to judge it well. Well, for now, let's ride this baby and enjoy it. You will also feel that the pickup has reduced a little bit, but I think that is definitely to support the system which they are following now, and expect a good average on this motorcycle. So I'll check on with Prince later on how much average he can get better from the BS4. Besides that, everything is good to go, and I think now I should return this motorcycle.
These are the only few changes I found on this motorcycle because everything else remains the same, and that's why I'm doing a very short ride and returning this motorcycle. Before we end this video, Prince was very excited about his motorcycle. He wanted to hear my bike and the other standard 500 which I have. So his reaction, how do you feel after listening to both the bikes?
It's actually bullet means thumb and this is the actual thumb.
So why not make you guys hear what I made him hear?
It's crazy,
Let's
it's crazy.
go. So this is going for a wash right now. So before I take it, Prince thought he'll start his bike. Let's hear it.
Crazy, man.
How's the Gold Star?
Completely crazy.
Guys, a lot of question about which exhaust is this. This is Gold Star with a chipped end. Very controlled bass, very good feel, complete thumb. You can see the whole bike is shaking only at the thumb. Sorry, it's not a wash, it's going for a wash tonight. And now it's time to hear my bike. And that's my beast now.
Completely crazy, man. Totally crazy. It actually feels like a Harley Davidson. Feels like a Harley.
Prince is loving the exhaust. He's saying after going home. So Prince is doing the BS4 change in his exhaust. So the questions were, can you change the exhaust? Yes, you can. He's going for it. His father also wants a bass. Yeah, check that out. Well, this was all about BS4 Royal Enfield 2017, and if there are any more questions, please comment below. And I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And as usual, eat well, sleep well, be good. Signing off, Ride with Raj.